There we go. Today's lesson is going to be more about stepping away from just solving problems. And now we're going to look at some situations where you would need to use multiplication of big numbers to solve. Okay, so the directions were to solve using the standard algorithm. Noah, do you remember what the standard algorithm is?
No.
Is that the one that we draw the work bar for, or we don't draw the work bar?
Draw a work bar.
That one's partial products. This is the one where we don't need to draw the work bar. So let's go ahead and write.
So the
old-fashioned method, right? Looks like we have the same pencil, orange and blue. It's my favorite pencil. Okay, so let's go ahead and set your problem up. Noah, tell me what to do first. Julian Dixon, put your pencil in your hand and
So
you need
you
to
have
write this down. Julian Dixon, where's your pencil?
I can't find it.
Well, go get one. You had one to write down the answers when you used the calculator. Find one or a pen, anything to write with. Okay, Noah. So if you remember the traditional method, we don't have to think about the values anymore. We're just looking at multiplying numbers. So we're going to start with, where do we start when we use the traditional method?
we start from the back.
What are we going to multiply first?
2 times 3
Equals?
2 times times 3 is 6.
Remember, if you have your chart in your orange folder, your multiplication chart, you can use it to help you. Okay, Noah, so you multiply 3 times 2, then you multiply 3 times what?
4.
And that gives you?
I mean, 9. No, yeah, 12.
Very good. So what's your final answer, Noah?
126.
Very good. Okay, go ahead and check your work. Julian Pletcher, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right, you're going to help me with 42 times 6, okay? Do you remember what to do first?
So you do 6 times 2 is 12.
So I'm going to put down the
2, carry the 1.
Very good. What's next?
You do 6 times 4.
Do you know what that equals?
25.
Oh, you're so close. What's 6 plus 6?
I meant 24.
There you go. I always think of 6 plus 6 is 12, and then I do 12 plus 12 to give me 24. Okay, so Julian, after you have 6 times 4 equals 24, what do you do with this 1?
Carry the 1.
Well, we already carried it. So what do we do after we multiply 6 times 4 to get 24? What do we do with this 1?
Add?
Yep. So it's 24 plus 1.
25.
And so your final answer is?
252.
Very good, 252. So if you scan through letters C, D, E, F, G, and H, do you notice anything? Can you make any kind of observation as you move down the page? Tegan, what do you notice?
Numbers get more complex.
They're getting a little bigger. Very good. So we have 6 problems again, and we're going to solve these 6 problems in a jigsaw. So I'm going to give you a group. When you're in your group, you're solving one problem altogether. Raise your hand if you saw the badges from yesterday. I felt like I gave out a lot. I listened to a lot of really good groups. If you haven't noticed, look at your little notification. Reese, is that how you see it? Does it give you a notification?
Yeah, like up there, you just like you can scroll through it and
On
see.
your, is that on your Schoology page? It gives it to you in the little bell.
Yeah.
So make sure you click that bell when you see a red number on it. I've been trying to do it when I'm working at night, checking to see who turned in their work. I've been going back in and I have been writing lots of notes down in the back of my paper as I pop in and out of the breakout groups for leadership, participation, working together. So in your group, you're solving one multiplication problem. When you're in your group, you want to nominate or just someone choose one person to share with the group. You're going to be the spokesperson when we get back. And then we'll check your work. And then if you didn't solve that problem, you should, Olivia, let's stop playing with the buttons and focus. I think, Olivia, I'm still waiting from you also. You need to check your Schoology because I still need lesson 9 from Tuesday from you, the work that we did, Khan Academy, and lesson 9 homework. So when you're in here, let's pay attention so you know what you need to do. I wrote you a lot of notes in Schoology about what I need you to fix and send back to me, okay? Okay, make sure you check that when we get off. So if you've been here, and I think a lot of you guys have been here this week, you've been doing a really good job getting on your Zoom. You know the process, right? And remember, we're still doing 3 or 4 digit by 1 digit. So these haven't been taking very long. I'm going to create the breakout room. So I'm going to need 6 of those. And then I'm going to tell you which letter you are going to solve. Letter C is Bella Watkins, Chrissy Dixon, Ilea, Nevaeh, Olivia, Sarah, Sunny, Tanya. Letter D is Ava, Briley, Carter, Jack, Riley, Zachary, Maria. Group E is Miss Jameson, Hunter, Izzy, Soren, Tegan, Tessa, Finn. Group F is Cooper, Callie, Fragilistic, Expialidocious, Carissa, Orlando, Peyton, Trace, Zoe. Group G is whoever letter B is Carson, Chase, Gracie, Hayden, Isla, Nina. And letter H is Julian Pletcher, Colin, Noah, Nolan, Reese, Sophia, Tyler. Okay, they should be open. Go ahead, go to your rooms.
Is 32. Yeah. Put down the 2, carry the 3. Somebody can go. Okay, you can go next.
Okay.
2 times 1 is 2 times 3 is 5.
Isn't it 4 times?
One.
Okay.
So
Okay, so then who
Go
wants
ahead.
to solve the problem?
okay, I'll go next. So what you're gonna do is 3 times 6 equals 18. Okay. So then put the 8 down and then
So 3 times 3, and that's 9. So, who wants to do the next one?
I'll do the next one. So 3 times 4 equals.
You add the 3, so it equals 3. So anyone else can go next now.
I'll do it. 3 times 4 is 12. So you put down the 2 and carry the 1.
I can do the next one. So 4 times 4 equals 16, and add the 1, and so it's 15.
All right, we'll just wait for everyone to come on back. Miss Jameson, did you guys have enough time? I think you're the only group I didn't make it.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
How was your group today, Miss Jameson?
Oh, they were very good.
You guys think you're ready for 2 digits on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, on Monday, we're going to be taking 2 tests, 2 quizzes. They're not really tests, small quizzes to so I can get some scores for you, and then we're going to move on next week to some big numbers. Okay, looks like we have everyone back. Okay, before I share my screen, is there any groups that had any problems or any questions?
No.
I see a lot of heads shaking no. Okay, who's going to be my spokesperson for letter C? Remember, if you are not in group C, you're going to complete this now.
We didn't have one, but I can do it.
Okay,
So first you do 6 times 1, which equals 6. So you put down your answer. Then and then 6 times 3, which equals 18. So you put down the 8 and put up the 1. Then 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1 is 25. So your answer is 2,586.
very good. That's correct. Letter D.
I'll do it, I guess.
Who's this? I recognize the voice and I can't figure out who it is.
Zach.
All right, Zach, thanks for stepping up, honey. Okay, tell me what to do.
All right, you have to do 3 times 1, which equals 3. And then 3 times 3, which equals 9. And then 3 times 4, which equals 12. And then the answer is 1,293.
Great job. Very good. Letter E.
That's me.
Okay, Tegan.
First, we do 3 times 2, which equals 6. Then we do 3 times 1, which equals 3. Then 3 times 2 again, which equals 6. Then 3 times 6, which equals 18. And our answer is 18,636.
Very good. We're getting some big products now. Big products. Okay, letter F.
I'll be the we really didn't have one. Okay.
All
so
right,
I'll
Joey.
do it.
Okay.
So what we did first is we did 6 times 3. Or I mean 3 times 6 equals 18. So then you put the 8 down in your answer, and then you put the 1, and then you carry the 1.
Good.
And then 3 times 0 equals 0, and then 1 plus 0 equals 1.
Good.
So then next you do 3 times 1 equals 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then last 3 times 3 equals 9.
Final.
And then the answer is 9,318.
Very good. I hope you're all, I know you've heard me say it, but I hope now you're really realizing why it's so important to practice your facts. Okay, letter G. These are
We didn't have one, but I'll be it.
Where do we start?
So you do 9 times 4, which equals 36. You put down a 6, carry the 3. And then you do 4 times 0 equals 0 plus 3 equals 3. And then you do 4 times 3 equals 12. Put down a 2, carry the 1. And then you do 4 times 4 equals 16 plus 1 equals 17. Say you put 17 down in your answer. Say your final answer is 17,236.
Very good. And our last traditional equation, 8,618 times 4, letter H.
We didn't have one, but I'll do it.
Okay.
8 times 4, that is 32. So put down the 2, carry the 3. And then 1 times 4 is 4. And then 4 plus 3 is 7. So put down the 7. And 6 times 4 is 24. So put down the 4, carry the 2. And then 8 times 4 is 32. And plus 2 is 34. So your final answer is 34,472.
Excellent work. Excellent work. Okay, now we rated yourselves a couple days ago. Now I want you to think about these. We just did 8 problems. If you think you could have done these all on your own and gotten all 8 correct, give me a thumbs up. If you think you would have had a little bit of trouble, give me one in the middle. And if you think I still have no idea where to start, give me a thumbs down. Make sure your thumb's up in your screen so I can see. Okay, go scroll through, so keep holding it up. Peyton, I can't see anything on your screen, buddy. Sorry, your name was covering it. All right, so I think it looks like everyone either went from here to here in the past couple of days or from here to here. So I feel like that's a very good improvement. Okay, so one thing that in our Zooms, we don't really do much on your own because I've been trying to make the most of all of our time together. So you are gonna do number 2 on your own. We're gonna read it, but then I'm gonna give you probably, we'll say 2 minutes to solve, and we're gonna see if you're able to do it all on your own. So let's have Soren go ahead and read number 2.
Okay, so it says there are 365 days in a common year. How many days are in 3 common years?
Thank you. Carissa, what's important? What should I underline?
There are 365 days in a common year.
Okay.
8 days are there in 3 common years.
Okay, so the answer that you're going to give me, that I do want you to type into the chat, I want you to answer the question. I want you to solve it right here using your paper and your pencil.
Do we use partial products?
Then you're going to write in the chat how many days there are in 3 common years. Okay, I'm going to set my timer for 2.5 minutes.
Are we doing
Yeah, are we doing partial product or?
Choose your method, whichever one you like. All right, timer started. Go ahead. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Then you're missing something in your answer. I would mark that wrong. Soren, if I could hug you right now, I would. What did you finally do for me that I've been begging you to do for 4 months?
Put like the thing, like put like if
you can say it.
If there was a question about coins, then sometimes I didn't put cents.
So you forgot your label, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you, this is a virtual hug right now. I'm so happy you finally did it. Trace, double check, honey. Check the one that you carried. Getting lots of great answers. Trying to keep up with everyone and keeps moving down on me. So Jack looks good. Nevaeh is good. Hunter, Sarah, yes. Nolan, yes. Gracie, Peyton, Nina, Sophia, Chase, Gracie, Sunny, Orlando, yes. Carissa, check your unit. Colin, I would start to be marking yours wrong. There's no unit. Bella is good. Reese is good. Ilea, check your unit. Brian, no unit. Tyler, no unit. Colin, I just got a bunch of characters from you. Briley, you have no unit. Olivia's good. Isla's good. Trace looks good. Riley looks good. All right. So we got a lot of answers in there. I tried scrolling. If I didn't see yours, it does. If I didn't call your name, it doesn't mean you're wrong. It might just mean the answers just kept going. So let's go ahead and let's have Carson. Tell me how you solved. What method did you use?
Standard.
Okay, so go ahead and that's what I did also. Go ahead and walk me through what you did.
I did 5 times 3 equals 15, so I put the 5 down and carried the 1. And I did 3 times 6 equals 18 plus 1 equals 19. And then 3 times, and carry the 1.
Down the 9, carry your 1. Good.
3 times 3 equals 9 plus 1 equals 10.
And then how did you label your answer?
1,095 days.
Very good. Some of you had years. There wouldn't be 1,095 years in 3 common years. You want to make sure you're labeling it with days. Okay, now I love question number 3 because it takes us back to skills we've already done. I have not heard from Hunter. Can you read number 3, please?
The length of one side of a square city block is 462 meters. What is the perimeter of the block?
So Hunter, what's important? If you are not Hunter, please make sure you mute yourself. Hunter, what should we underline here?
The length is 462 meters.
The length. The length of whoever's unmuted, please mute yourself, and whatever doesn't sound like you're really following along with us.
The length of one side.
One side of what?
Of a square city block.
This word's going to be really important. Okay, and what's our job, Hunter? What do we need to figure out?
What is the perimeter of the block?
So Hunter, think back, and I want everyone to write this down as a note. What is perimeter? What do we do when we're finding the perimeter?
It's the outside of it.
What do we do with all the sides?
Multiply length times width.
No, and that doesn't sound
Add
like
all the sides together.
What was that, Hunter?
Add all the sides together.
Good. So for perimeter, side plus side plus side. Write that down. Adding all the sides up. Whoever said length times width, that's how we find area. Okay, Nina, go ahead and unmute yourself. So Nina, now, what do you think I might tell you to do so that you can really visualize this problem?
You write down, you draw the square.
Let's draw it. So we know this is a square city block. What do you know about a square, Nina? What's a property that you know about a square?
It has 4 sides.
And what do you know about the 4 sides of a square?
They're all equal.
Okay, so Nina, if we know that the length of one side is 462 meters, what do we know about all four sides?
That they're all 462 meters.
Very good. And so you need to know about properties or remember about properties of squares to be able to label this. Because if we only label one side, it doesn't give us any more information about the other sides. Brian, what equation could we use to figure out the perimeter of this block?
462 times 4.
Okay, so and then that is what we're going to do, but I want to show you. So if we use the formula, it's side plus side plus side plus side. So you could use addition and add up all those sides. But Brian realized, well, they're all the same. So instead of adding over and over again, he said, I'm going to multiply 462 times 4 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Brian, which method do you want to use to solve? Partial products or traditional?
Traditional.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what to do.
4 times 2 equals 8.
Very good.
4 times 6 equals 24.
Okay, what do I put down?
Put down the 4, carry the 2. 4 times 4 equals 16, plus 2 equals 18.
Very good. I want you to raise your hand if you know how this problem should be labeled. So go back and read. Gracie?
Meters.
Very good, because we were measuring in meters. So the perimeter of the block is 1,848 meters. You wouldn't put 1,848 perimeter. That doesn't make sense. You want to say meters. So that's why you have to go back and reread and see what the question is about. So you notice this is bringing back old stuff from a few weeks ago. So now they're really combining everything all together. And just like I said before, like we're giving you all kind of tools. So if you would have added these up and got this answer, that's correct too. But Brian knows that now he could use multiplication if he wanted. So you have some options.
Okay.
All right. Bella, can you unmute yourself and read number 4, please?
Jake ran 2 miles. Jesse ran 4 times as far. There are 5,280 feet in a mile. How many feet did Jesse run?
Okay, Tanya, what should I underline here? What's important?
Jake ran 2 miles and Jesse ran 4 miles as far.
4 times as far, not 4 miles.
And there are 5,280 feet in a mile. How many feet did Jesse run?
Very good. So Tanya, what do we have to report here? What do we have to find out?
How many feet did Jesse run?
Right. Our job is to report Jesse's running in feet. Isla, go ahead and unmute yourself. I want you to help me take down some notes. All right, so I know you guys have been learning about theme and reading, which is pretty hard. I thought if you did your assignment a couple days ago on my way to my doctor's appointment yesterday, the song "Life is a Highway" came on the radio. Why do you think that made me laugh? Isla, do you know why that would make me laugh?
Because the problem's kind of like it.
Well, not this one. Anyone know why I was laughing about that on my way to my appointment yesterday? It was a coincidence.
Because it's part of our homework.
For who?
Us.
So who gave you the homework? It's not me. Carson?
Mrs. Thomas gave us that homework.
Mrs. Thomas had you guys listening to that song the other day and you had to pick what you thought the theme was. Julian Dixon, have you been writing down anything that we've been doing?
No.
Why not?
I was just wandering off.
What?
I was just wandering off.
Okay, and Julian, what's going to happen though is when you're going to have to go do your homework tonight, you're not going to know what to do because you haven't done anything with us. All right, Isla, I missed you. Where'd you go? Go ahead and unmute yourself. So
Did mine.
pop up to the top of my screen. Okay, Isla, now you're going to help me take some notes about what's important here. So we're not going to talk about theme, but we're going to talk about characters. Give me a character in the story and tell me what you know about him or her.
Jake.
Okay, what do we know about Jake?
He ran 2 miles.
Okay, the question's asking how many feet Jesse ran, so that doesn't help me. What else do we know?
Jesse ran 4 times as far.
Okay, so if we know that Jesse ran 4 times as far, what could we do to figure out how far Jesse ran?
You could do 2 times 4.
You don't even need to write a big problem for that one. What is 2 times 4?
8.
So we know Jesse ran 8 miles. Okay, so Isla, if we need to figure out how many feet Jesse ran, we know that Jesse ran 8 miles. What would we do to figure out how many feet that is?
Do 5,280 times 8.
Good. This is how many feet are in 1 mile. Jesse ran 8 miles. Okay, Julian Dixon, unmute yourself. And you're going to solve this one. So you do some type of practice today. Do you want to use partial products or traditional?
Partial products.
Okay, so I need to draw my work bar. If I'm doing partial products, what do I do first?
Write down 8 times 0. That equals 0.
Okay, what do I do next?
Multiply 8 times 8. That equals
Nope. Partial products. This isn't it.
80.
You have to talk about, you have to use the value of that 8.
80.
What's 8 times 80?
Cross out the 0. Put that in your answer. 8, that equals 15.
No. Tessa, what's 8 times 8?
64.
Okay, so 8 times 80 is 640. Okay, what do I do next, Julian?
8 times 200. Cross out your 2 zeros. Put them in your answer. 8 times 2 is
Nevaeh, 8 times 2. Julian, you need to be working on your facts instead of messaging everyone in teams. Get on a website and practice.
8 times 2 is 4.
Not 4. Nevaeh, 8 times 2.
16.
Okay, so we have 8 times 200 equals 1,600. Okay, what do I do next, Julian?
8 times 5,000. Cross out the 3 zeros.
What's 8 times 5? If you don't know, count by 5s 8 times.
$40.
Good. Okay, Carter, get yourself unmuted. I haven't heard from you yet. You're going to help me finish this one up.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Now that I've done all my partial products, Carter, what do we do next?
You add them together.
0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0.
0,
4 plus 0 plus 0.
4,
6 plus 6 plus 0.
12,
So I put down my 2, carry my 1. 1 plus 1 plus 0.
2,
4 plus nothing.
4.
Okay, I count 1, 2, 3, comma. So then I have 42,240. Who else haven't I heard from yet today? Tyler, 42,240 what?
Miles?
No. Go back and look at the question.
I know.
Reread the question, Tyler. It doesn't ask you how many miles. What does it ask for?
How many miles did Jesse run?
Do you have your book in front of you? If you read the question, it does not say how many miles did Jesse run. It's right here. Read the question.
How many feet did Jesse run?
So how should this be labeled?
Ran?
No. Help him out, Carson.
Feet.
Feet. Tyler, it says, how many feet did Jesse run? So he ran 42,240 feet. I know Mrs. Thomas has been practicing with you guys restating parts of your question and your answer for reading, and you kind of do the same thing in math. So if you want to say how many feet did Jesse run, you can start by in your mind saying Jesse ran blank feet, and then you can figure out the problem, and you could actually write a complete sentence to help answer the question.
Hey, Ms.
Okay.
Chevchik,
Yes.
I just wanted to state something on this problem. I showed Julian a different way to go about it as well, even though we did it the way you guys are doing it.
Uh-huh.
We did 5,280 feet times 2, because they tell us that Jake ran 2 miles. So that gave us 10,560. Then we just multiplied that by 4 because Jess ran 4 times as far, and we still got the same answer. I know that's not the way you're teaching, but I wanted to show them a different way.
But it is the same thing. Like there isn't one way to solve, it's really about how you think about it too. What's an easier way for you to process it? Like, would you rather figure out how many miles he ran and then, like translate Jake's miles into feet first, and then
Right.
What I want to say is that what quadruple that for Jesse? But sure,
Right.
yeah, that works too. Santa should have brought
That's
you
all.
guys a document, Cam, so you could have shared your work from your house too. I don't know if they're in the budget for the assistants yet. Miss Jameson, did you get one?
We're working
No,
free of
Miss
charge these
Jameson will
days.
probably
They
get
don't
one
have,
before Mr. Pletcher.
I
We
still
might
have
have
the
to-
old whiteboard.
we'll have to do a GoFundMe account.
That's right. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you turn in your clearances and stuff to come back to school with us?
Well, hey, I work for the city, so they're already good. So we're in
Oh,
all those clearances.
Hopefully we'll hope for some snow so then you won't have to go to work. Do you have to work when it snows?
Yeah, I work. I haven't worked though since you guys have been home really. I've just been hanging out here doing not much of anything and getting paid for it. I can't complain.
I think you've sharpened your math skills. So you next time they need a fiscal director for the city, you could apply for that job.
Yeah, they just filled that position.
Okay.
Hi, Eli. Hi.
Hi, Court.
Okay, so this was our lesson for today. Now, if you look on your Schoology, I'll share my screen with you so that you can see. If you go to math for today, kept clicking on Wednesday earlier, I'm a day behind myself. If you click on Thursday, you're going to see all of you are right here. You did these with me, so you don't have to do that now, but you have homework. I want you to turn to page 55 and 56 right now in your books. Turn to page 55 and 56. You don't have to do all of these. So we're going to circle on number 1. I want you to do circle A, C, E, and G. You're going down the left-hand side. Then on page 56, you only have to do number 4. See how nice I am when you come to class? And I know, like, it seems like you guys are catching on very well. So I don't feel like you need a ton of practice. But, whoop, I found an error here. This should say be sure, not be send me. Please send me a copy of these pages after you have completed them. So after you do these, you're going to scan them, just like we taught you at the beginning of our online learning, and you're going to send these to me in Schoology. That's like your ticket into class tomorrow. Because if you come to the Zoom tomorrow and you don't have any of this done, will you have anything to check? No, so you probably won't even need a pencil tomorrow. Just like when we're in school, maybe just bring a pen instead, because you'll be able to check with us and fix any mistakes that you make. And then you're gonna go and do your exit ticket. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, and just so you know, I've been thinking about next week, and I think I told some of you as you came in today. You're off on Monday. On Tuesday, you're going to be taking a quiz on partial products and traditional. It's going to be 1 page of each. I want to make sure that you can do those on your own. If you don't show your work, it won't count. You guys did you like how I had the exit ticket set up yesterday where you just had to put the numbers in the boxes? I see a lot of heads shaking. You guys did really good.
Yes.
And the one question where you had to use the pen, it looked like you guys did well showing me your work. So I'm going to try to set up the quiz like that, where there's boxes, but then maybe 1 or 2 problems. I do want you to draw the work so that I can see that you can set it up on your own, okay? Okay, do you have any